Welcome to 15 Minute Theatre, the only review show that squeezes a whole production into 900 seconds. The date is Wednesday the 10th of October, and we've just been to see Othello. Open the house. Hello, Vicky.
Hello, James. How are you?
I'm verily well.
Oh, verily, I'm verily pleased for you.
I'm just looking at my dog trying to snaffle some chicken.
He's a scamp, that one,
He's
isn't he?
really doing it as well.
Oh, he's a scamp.
He is a real scamp.
He's a basset hound, so he's a good length. So he's quite good for getting on top of counters, isn't he?
He's hard work, Vicky, I'll tell you that for nothing.
Oh, I can see.
Anyway, we're not here to talk about dogs, we're here to talk about Othello.
Othello, the famous Shakespearean play.
That's the one. So, I'm going to give you a little bit of information about it. It was directed by Claire von Kampen.
I'm sure that's absolutely correct.
It was written by Mr. William Shakespeare.
Oh, William Shakespeare.
And notable actors, Mark Rylance.
Bonjour.
Andre Holland.
Yes.
He played Othello.
Yes.
Stephen Donnelly. He played Rodrigo.
Not Stefan Dennis.
I saw Stephen Dennis in Blood Brothers.
Did you?
Years ago.
Oh, bless him.
Stephen Donnelly, which I've just said.
Yeah.
Sheila Atim, who played Amelia.
Yes.
Catherine Bailey played Bianca. And it was at the Globe Theatre, and it was running until October the 13th.
Yes. I did a voiceover with the Sheila Atim.
Did you? The Sheila Atim?
The Sheila Atim from this very performance.
Ah, is she nice?
She was very nice.
Professional?
Yes, so she was in Girl from the North Country. She did a very beautiful song, which I really loved. And so when I got her in, I knew it was her, and I was a bit like, oh, I really loved that song you did, and I was all like ashamed and embarrassed of myself because it's not very professional.
But people like it.
She was very sweet, very sweet.
All right, so could you give us a bit of a synopsis, please, Vicky?
Oh, so basically, I guess the protagonist would be Iago, who's the Mark Rylance character, who sort of has got it in for Othello, and Othello marries the daughter of some wealthy chap, and he's very successf是and Iago doesn't like him, so he basically sort of sets up this sort of trap to make him jealous and is very mean to him. That's my really excellent synopsis.
Oh, okay. So it was at the Globe, but I've never actually been to see anything at the Globe before.
No, me neither.
And I probably need to put a disclaimer out here. Unfortunately, I had to leave just before the interval.
Yes.
So I've only seen half of this production, so I'm going to be leaning quite heavily on you tonight for your review.
Fine.
I wasn't impressed.
Why were you not impressed?
I don't know. I think I was expecting a bit too much from Mark Rylance, and I wasn't sure about his performance.
Yes. No, I know what you mean. There was one point where I felt like he'd forgotten his lines.
And that was certainly intentional, because I know somebody else who's been to see it, and this is what he does in this production.
Well, I can assure you that I hate to say this, but things really picked up in the second half.
Okay.
So the first half, I was a bit like, I'm not sure about it. But the second half was absolutely fantastic.
Do you know Othello?
No, I don't. I know certain Shakespeare plays quite well because of studying them, but this is one I didn't know at all.
Well, I know it a bit, exactly like you do.
Yeah.
And I think I was expecting a bit of a darker tragedy, really. And the way it opened, it was quite light and fluffy and...
Well, it does get really dark.
Yeah.
It becomes more and more, you see Othello being caught up in this horrible situation, and he becomes very jealous and angry, and it becomes more and more and more dark till it reaches a quite tragic climax.
And Iago's horrible, isn't he?
Oh, he's horrible, but everybody loves him, and everyone thinks he's honest. It's like this big joke. Everyone thinks he's honest, and he's completely dishonest. But yeah, it sort of unravels and it all goes horribly, horribly wrong.
What I found difficult as well is the way the globe's set up.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of people standing.
Yes.
And we had quite a large school groups in there, lots of school groups and things like that. And nobody stood still. People were leaving, coming in, moving around. And I'm sure that's quite how it was back in the day.
It's supposed to be based on Shakespeare's theatre, wasn't it?
But I found myself watching the crowd a little bit more than I was watching the production sometimes.
Yeah, I liked the way that they interacted with the crowd on stage. They did that quite a lot.
What did you think about being able to hear it properly?
Well, there's no microphones, are there? Mm-hmm. Well, we had a really good seats. So
did you think it was clear? Because I've struggled to hear sometimes.
Yeah, no, I thought it was fine.
Okay.
Sometimes if they were over the far side of the stage and they had their back to you, maybe it was a little bit difficult. But we were in a very good position, so it was fine. I wasn't bothered.
Okay. What about the visuals?
Well, I mean, there's not really... The way that the stage is, there's not really a lot of set design or anything, effects.
Yeah. I quite liked... They created a boat, didn't they? Quite early on. I thought that was quite nice. I found it quite hard to engage with, really, to be honest.
Yeah, but I have to say it got a lot better in the second half. Yeah. A lot better.
Is that a problem, though? Because if it's not great... What did you think of the first half?
Well, basically the first half... So we were sat on a bench and you can hire a cushion, but I was like, no, I'm not hiring no cushion. I'm not paying extra money for this. I don't know why I did that accent. I apologise to the world.
That's the Shakespeare accent.
Yeah. You can hire like cushions. And I was like, no, I'm not hiring a cushion. So I found the bench quite uncomfortable. And
the bed?
The bench.
Oh, right.
I wish I'd been in a bed. And so I was a bit sort of restless. But then the second half, I totally didn't even notice where I was sitting.
Yeah. And I know this isn't a reason not to have liked it as well. But there was I'm quite a tall guy, as you know. But
You're extremely large.
There was a really tall guy sat right behind us.
Yeah.
And I felt like he was almost like leaning over me.
His knees were in my back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a little bit uncomfortable.
A bit rude, I thought.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the actors. Mark Rylance.
Well, we've seen Mark Rylance in a couple of things before, haven't we? We saw him in Richard III, and he was, I'd say, probably the best stage performance I've ever seen.
He was terrific.
He was absolutely amazing. And we saw him in something else as well, didn't we?
You did. Did you see him in Jerusalem?
No, I never saw Jerusalem, which is my big regret in my life. But no, we saw him in something. It was a nice fish, which he'd co-written with someone.
Fish, big fish, small fish, nice fish. It was
big fish, little fish, cardboard box.
It was set in Alaska, wasn't it?
Yeah, which wasn't great, but he was good.
He was good. Yeah, he carried that. I think.
But he got better.
Yeah.
In the second half, and there was something really at the end. There was so all the horrible tragedy, death and stuff happened.
Yeah.
And then the whole cast came on at the end and sort of did some bows and stuff. And then they did this sort of wonderful dance. And Mark Rylance was just looked so happy. You sort of like, even though all this bad stuff had happened, you left the theatre feeling like really warm and lovely. It was really nice.
The thing with Rylance, I'm going to call him Rylance.
Call him Rylance.
Him as an actor.
I mean, I call him Mark.
He doesn't leave anything to chance, I think, when he's performing. So the stuttering, the pausing and all that kind of stuff was very intentional. I don't think he ever puts a foot wrong, really.
No.
And I think probably if I was able to stay, I would have got more engaged with his performance. Yeah,
I mean, definitely. I mean, by the end of it, I was quite delighted with him.
What was his stand-up moment?
Oh, gosh, I can't think now. I actually can't think.
Okay.
I mean, I know we're not supposed to be in the magic room.
No, but we saw this a while ago and we haven't been able to record it.
So I should have made some notes. I can't think.
All right, well, I think that's probably fair enough. Okay, so we're going to take a little break and then we'll come back and score it, all right?
For sure.
I don't think we need to talk a lot more about audience antics, except there was a bit where one of the ushers came and told somebody off who was stood right next to the stage, and that he stood behind him for ages, and
judging him.
So and I think that it was very hard because that was pulling me in because it was like that's a drama that's happening. It's like, what did he do?
Yeah, he was clearly a very bad man.
Do I like the Globe as a performance space? I'm not sure.
There's bits of it I really like. I really like everyone milling around in the courtyard. That's really nice. You sort of feel like you're part of something even when it's not happening. I liked it. It's very atmospheric, but I prefer the Sam Wanamaker Playhouse because it's sort of small and cute and candlelit and lovely.
But also controlled. And, I like being shown how to feel a little bit with sound and light sometimes. And
I think we should go and see something else there.
I think so too, definitely. I'd like to see something in the daytime because we went in the evening as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
And the weather was very nice, actually, in its defence.
We should go to a matinee.
A matinee. Let's go to a matinee.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to score it.
Okay.
All right, so performances.
Okay, I'm going to go for an 8.
Okay, I'm going to go for a 7.
Okay.
Staging and technical.
Well, there isn't really much staging and technical, is there? So I'm going to go for like a 6.
I'm going to go for a 5. Narrative, plot and music.
Well, it's Shakespeare, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's Shakespeare. I'm going to go for a 9.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm going to go for a 6 because
Well, you didn't see the second half.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
You missed all the
I'll tell you
death.
what, I'm going to give it an 8 then because I have to be careful of my scoring here.
And it is Shakespeare.
Yeah.
You mean, you're pretty much sure there's some good shit's going to go down.
Yeah. Originality.
Excuse my French. Originality. Well, the thing is, it's difficult, isn't it? Because it's a Shakespeare play, and how original can you be with a Shakespeare play in that setting?
That's why I've given it a 5.
So I'd go 6 again.
Okay, and was it worth it?
I'm going to go for an 8.
I'm going to go for a 7. All right, so while I top the scores, do you want to tell everybody what we're going to see next?
So what we're going to see next is a play called Wise Children at the Old Vic, which is directed by Emma Rice, who's directed a couple of things that we've seen that we've really enjoyed. So I'm very much looking forward to that one. I don't know why I keep putting that weird voice on.
I like it.
Okay. So, anyway, James, you done the scores yet?
I've just done the scores.
Oh, well done.
Okay, so...
How are your maths today? How is your maths? Is it a plural? I don't know.
All right, it's not bad. The maths.
Okay.
And the score's not bad, really.
Okay,
it
fine.
gets a 50-minute theatre rating of 3.45.
Yeah.
Which puts it quite low, really.
Oh, really?
Puts it below Showstoppers.
Oh, it's better than Showstoppers.
And just above Wings. And to be honest, I have to say as a disclaimer, and I'm quite glad because Leaderboard's going to get wiped soon anyway.
Yeah.
But because I didn't see it all, I shouldn't really be scoring it.
I think
so. I tell you what, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my scores off.
Okay.
I'm just going to
because I think you'd up it because the second half was much better and I was really engaged.
You're the only one that's going to score, and it gets a 3.7. So it's there with Young Frankenstein.
Oh my god, it was so much better than Young Frankenstein. It was good. I loved the second half.
Okay, well there we go. Well, look, there's the theatre bell, Vicky.
Oh, damn that theatre bell.
Damn that bell. And I promise you that whatever happens, I'm going to see the whole of the next play.
Well, I hope so. I hope so.
If you like us, rate and review us. Send us a line if you want us to come and see what you're doing.
Would love that.
We love coming to see theatre, especially if you pay for our tickets.
I mean, if it's free, I like it even more.
Yeah, we will love it.
I might give you an extra point for a free ticket.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone.
And if it's a matinee, we'll be really excited.
Yeah, but only if it's the weekend because we work on Wednesdays.
Oh yeah, we do work quite hard.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
If you're brave enough to have your theatre production reviewed, please contact us at 15minutetheatre@gmail.com. Find us on Twitter and please rate and review us on iTunes. Thanks for listening.